Dana here, and welcome to my garage. This is a little different. I was coming back from an interview. I shouldn't say my interview. My fingerprinting from Rochester, and I saw somebody had cleaned out their house and put a whole bunch of stuff on the side of the road for free. Well, I've been looking to get another heating system for the garages here, and I've been looking in Walmart, and they make a kerosene heating system. And this just happened to be sitting out there when I rolled by, and I said, hey, I'm going to pick that up, see if it works. Well, of course it doesn't, and that's why they threw it out. Well, it basically just needs some cleaning. And what you got to do is, let me get had to do a little bit of troubleshooting here because it does have an automatic starter. The batteries were in it, and they go in this little cup system that sits right here and screws in there. So that's where your little battery pack is. Then you have a starter unit, which is this little doohickey here. And then your wires come down and they plug into the bottom of your battery terminal here. So what I've been doing is I've been using my multimeter and testing around, finding out, making sure I've got contact. Well, of course I didn't. You see this little button right here. It goes up and it touches on this little flapper arm here. So I power to here through the white wire, but when you pull this thing down, when you pull it down, it goes up, and that little button here connects with that. Well, it was corroded, so of course it wasn't touching. Then right here you actually have your little fire starter, and it's a little element, and between the 3 volts of battery, it turns that red. Let me get this on the stand. Okay, so when this goes down, it grounds on that this thing here now makes a current through here, and that grounds. And then right up top here, now you have this little heating element. Well, you push this little heating element in it and turn it, and it pops out. And it looks just like the old flashlight bulbs. And of course that was dirty. And then you go in here and you make sure that's not dirty. So when you take like I said, I was using my little setup here, and that's going to be a red. So I plug this in here in the red connector, and then I have the red connected to my multimeter. At least it was a minute ago. Red. That hang. And then you take your common, which is your red or your black, and then you touch each one of these. Touch inside. You can hear my multimeter make its noise. So now I know I got connection there after I cleaned it all up. And then stick this back in, and it locks in. It locks in place. And now I should be able to touch this anywhere and get noise, especially on that filament. So now I know that filament's not broke. Okay, so now I know, take that one, which is the red. Now I'm going to put it on the white, and that is the contact in here. My red disconnected again. on you. Stay there. Okay. So now that's my white wire, which goes to this up here, this filament right here. As you can see, I got power. And then now you got to go down that little copper piece, and you should get a noise. I'm not getting. Oh, okay. Of course I'm not. It should be on that plate. Okay, so now when I pull this down, it goes up, and now it's touching. So now I should have some connection on this plate, on the ground, on this grounding plate here. Okay, so now I know all this is clean and functioning. Okay, so that's all clean. Now my problem is my battery box here has got corrosion in it. So it is not making contact. The little spring there is not making contact with the connector there. But on this one here, make sure everything's together. This one's functioning. Okay, so I've got a problem with corrosion between the contact, this spring contact here, and the contact there. Next one, you're going to have your main power, which connects both batteries together to make it a 3 volt. So right now I don't have any contact between the two bars here. So I got to get some cleaning here to make sure I got noise. Yes. So there's that, and that's where I'm at the moment. So I got to get this cleaned up and then see if I can get contact going here. So then when I get the batteries in, I'm gonna go and take 2. Once I get this running, they want $135 for this at Walmart. So it just caught my eye as I was going by. See, there's just nothing, not getting anything there. So we're going to clean this up. I guess what I can do is put this back in. So this has got a setup here. It just sits, basically it just sits in there. And then it screws to the top. My light. You stuck to the bottom. Oh, that was good. I don't know why it stayed there. Alright. So this has got a little hook, bottom hook, and then it sits down on the lift. And it locks in there. And then it catches so it doesn't lift up. Okay. So what you got is it sits down inside there. Actually works. And you got a piece down there that lifts, and that's controlled by this handle right here. When you pull this handle out, when you pull that little handle out, see how that rides up and down? So this sits in here. Those wires are going to go up underneath, and they were taped under there. And you got this little hook right here. See how you got a hook right there? Well, that hook gets under that. So you take this down. Get your wires out of the way. And then you're going to get that. Turn it around here. It'll help. That little thing, and then get it hooked Gonna sit on the bottom down, and it's gonna get under that thing and hook in there. Combination of down and up. There we go. Not really. Oh, come on. Get in there. And then get under there and then hook. Okay, now we're hooked for the moment. Now we're sitting. And we're sitting right there. Now what you got this plate. And this plate goes over the top like so. It lines up. Line that thing back up around there because that's what that hooks to. And then you got 2 screws that hold that together. Not a hard thing. Not a hard thing to do. But now I know where my problem is when it comes to the electricity here for this thing. The electric starter. Kind of different today. I'm waiting on a pump to fix the 03 Explorer. So I'm not. Kind of had a minute here. It's just something I found the other day. Yeah. I lost it. I think it's gonna come out now. Okay. Don't know if it's got to be locked in that little thing there first. Didn't lock. I guess it's gonna have to be a lock and load as put it in there. And then you got 3 screws around the outside to hold that. Come on. There we go. And now, I can hold on to that. Keep it. I'm holding it up right now. Locked in that. Okay, white. I don't have any noise. That's because it's not hooked up. You dork. Okay. That's why. Come on. Put it together. Hold it together. Okay. It's nice out. It's like 60 degrees out. It's 10th of February. 10th March. Okay, so I should have something now. There we go. We got all kinds of stuff here. All right, I like it. Okay, so only thing holding us back is the battery box. So I'll save some time here. I want to get this cleaned up. In that slot. Okay, so I have a little bit of pressure on that. All right. It's locked in there like it's supposed to be, so I'm taking that's the way that's supposed to be. Once you pull that, it's going to come out. Okay. Alright, these are got these little ones go around the outside. Started. Okay, got them. Two rolls. Three. Got three of these. They don't have. They're just they're flush screws. And then you got two more, and then those are the ones that hold the battery box on there. So you've only got these three that hold this plate down. You got two that hold your igniter assembly down, and you got two screws that hold the battery box. And then you got, then you got these big screws which hold the cone on. We'll get to that in a minute. So now, when you pull this thing out, it comes up. And I think it should ground out. Okay. Close, see? There, little handle right here. Pull that out. It brings this up. And that grounds out, and that should glow red as you adjust your fuel level here. And it turns all up to max, and then you got there's no pressure. So then you got this little button right here. Push that down, that releases and shuts off your flow. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm at a point where I just got to figure out what's going on with the battery box here. Get it cleaned up, and you get it reinstalled. You should be